A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to one and all to this ongoing induction program 2022. As a part of the external speaker series, today we have with us a highly renowned Carnatic vocalist, Dr. Panthula Rama garu. Welcome, ma'am, onto the dais. I deem it a privilege to be introducing our guest to you all today. Panthula Rama garu is a leading exponent of Carnatic music. She has received international acclaim as the golden voice that traverses more than 3 octaves with a mesmerizing effect in the lower octave. Rama garu is hailed as the Nightingale of Andhra Pradesh and Melody Queen. Her performance on the world's leading stages garnered her a worldwide fan club that admires the magic and classicism of her music. Dr. Rama had her initial training from her father, Sri Panthula Rama garu. Her musical persona was later shaped by Sangeeta Kalasagara, Sri Ivaturi Vijayeshwar Rao garu. Equipped with a vast repertoire and highly imaginative approach, she is renowned for her interpretation of the works of old and new composers. Her unique style, distinctive for brilliant artistry, clarity of diction, an ever-fresh approach, and a perfect balance of the different elements of Carnatic music enthralls the audience around the world. Popular for her unique construction of ragam, tanam, pallavi, Rama garu effortlessly blends intellect and aesthetic, leaving the audience in ecstasy. She stands out for her judicious and seamless adaptation of musical elements from other genres of music. Dr. Rama is an advocate of socio-cultural oneness with a no-barriers outlook. She is also a strong believer in the organic transformation towards supreme consciousness through music. As a result of her life experience and deep contemplation in this direction, Rama garu launched a one-of-its-kind, open-to-all socio-cultural movement, Para, the Supreme. She holds a doctorate degree in Carnatic music and is one of the youngest vocalists to have been awarded the prestigious top grade by All India Radio. She is also a violin and a viola player of merit. She has received numerous awards and titles for her immense contribution to the field of music. She is an academician, an author, and has been a constant inspiration for next-gen musicians. It is indeed a privilege to be hearing her at such close quarters for all of us who are there listening to her today. Welcome, ma'am.
Very, very good afternoon to all of you. Hello, a big hello to all of you. Welcome to a new chapter in your life. I know many of you are here with a lot of questions in life, expectations, many dreams, many ambitions, and you're trying to find everything in this new chapter of your life, in this place that you're going to be for the next few years. And I've been told that no matter which discipline you are from, which department you're from, you have an option to pick a subject as minor from humanities, whether it be music or dance. Is that right? Yeah. Performing and fine arts. So I have been invited here to talk to you about performing arts and fine arts. So we will begin with knowing what performing arts is, knowing what fine arts is. What arts is, basically. So we know when we talk about science that it is there to explore things, it's there to discover something, it's there to invent something, to understand the secrets of this universe. So what is arts for? It is very difficult to define arts because it is an abstract expression and it caters to all that is abstract. To be more explicit, sometimes we feel you're very happy. You feel you're very happy, you feel you're joyous, but you really don't know what the reason is. There is something happening inside you. Or you're very sad, you're depressed, and you don't know why. There is really no reason for that to happen. So there is some part of you, there is something inside you which deals with all these emotions, some part of you which triggers all these emotions, and art is something that deals with these things. Art is that which deals with your sensitivities, your sensibilities, your creativity, your aesthetic sense. So this is what art does. And when we talk about the different types of arts, performing arts, fine arts, what are all these? What is performing arts? Performing arts is that where a person is using his voice, his or her voice, or some instrument, or something that has to do with himself to perform an art. There is a difference between performing art and performance art. Performance art is something where there is a theme, there is a particular theme, and people deal with that with the help of some other aid. That is performance art. And what is fine arts? Fine arts are those arts which use some medium like, a brush to paint, some mud to sculpt, some clay to sculpt. So painting, sculpting, all these things come under fine arts. And performing arts are music, dance, drama, theater, etc., etc. So now, I think all of you might have a question. Why art? We are already into engineering, we are into architecture. Why do we want to have music as a subject or dance as a subject? I really don't have to answer that because I know that there is a musician in each one of you. I don't have to tell you about music now suddenly because is there anybody in this room who doesn't know the recent hit songs of any film? I don't think so. Can you name a few songs, please? Or anybody can just hum a song for me.
Now I'm sure there's going to be a lot of noise. Hit song. Madam is asking about one hit song from a super hit movie.
I think your mic is off, ma'am. Yeah, so can somebody come up with one nice, very nice song for me? A single line of a song. Yes, please. Yes, please. Please give the mic to whoever is singing the song.
Who's the singer?
Yes, please. Please. Okay, let's just be silent and listen to what they're singing, okay?
One singer out of such a huge gathering.
No, everybody is going to get a chance today. So this is just the beginning. So by the time we are finishing this, many of you are going to sing along with me, so don't worry about that. Just pick one and...
We have found a singer in...
Yeah, please, your name and a song, please. Yes, yes.
Hi, I am Divya and I sing. I've learned Carnatic and Hindustani music.
Wonderful.
So, what genre would you guys like me to sing? What kind of a song?
No,
you
I
want
just want to listen to a super hit film song right now.
Super hit film song?
Yeah.
Recent?
Recent, no, anything of your choice, anything of your choice.
Okay, so there's the, in RRR, there's the intro song that the little girl sings.
Okay.
So, I guess I'll sing that for you guys. Komma uyyala, kona jampala, amma vollo nenu roju ugala, roju ugala.
Wonderful.
Kamma satuna paade koila, ku antu nato undala, nato undala.
Lovely, lovely.
Thank
What a
you.
voice, what a voice. Divya, such a lovely rendition. So that's exactly why I was saying I don't have to talk to you about music because there is a musician in each one of you. Can you hear me properly? The last rows? Can you hear me properly? Yeah. Okay, so
Ma'am, we have
now-
one more. We have one more here.
Sure, yes.
Please
Go
introduce
ahead, please.
yourselves.
Hello all. Hello all. I'm Chinmayi from engineering.
Hello, Chinmayi.
Hello ma'am. Okay. కమ్మని ఈ ప్రేమ లేఖనే రాసింది హృదయమే ప్రియతమా నీ వచట కుశలమా నే నిచట కుశలమే ఊహలన్నీ పాటలే కనుల తోటలో తొలి కలల కవితలే మాట మాటలో ఓహో కమ్మని ప్రేమ లేఖనే రాసింది హృదయమే ప్రియతమా నీ వచట కుశలమా నే నిచట కుశలమే.
Lovely, lovely. Very nice, very nice. Anybody from the boys section, please? Please. One here, one here.
Ma'am, one boy wants to sing. One boy wants to sing.
Here's one in the front. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I've learned Carnatic music under the guidance of your relatives near Surya Hospital.
Pardon-
and I'm your
pardon,
fan,
ca-
ma'am.
Pa-
I frequently listen to your songs and concerts.
Could you repeat that, please? Yeah.
I'm your fan, ma'am. I frequently listen.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
I frequently listen to your concerts on YouTube.
Oh.
My favorite songs are Jambu Pate and
Oh.
the song in Lavangi, the
Wow.
Omkarakarini.
Thank
I've
you.
also learned Carnatic music, but I've discontinued it. So there might be many wrongs when I sing.
No problem.
I want to
Please
sing.
go ahead. Please go ahead. Yes.
I'm singing a Tyagaraja Kirtana, ma'am. This is a classical song.
Okay.
Small bit.
Okay.
అనురాగము లేని అనురాగము లేని మనసునసు జ్ఞానమురాదు అనురాగము లేని మనసునసు జ్ఞానమురాదు. Only Pallavi.
Thank you, thank you. Beautifully sung. There's one boy here in the front. So,
Hello everyone. My name is K Vijay Kumar. I'm a fresher here, as I think everyone here is. I took CSC Core. I am the winner of Zee Telugu Drama Juniors, and I also participated in ETV Padata Tiga a few years back.
Awesome, awesome.
Now I'm gonna sing a song called Samajavara Gamana. మల్లెల మాసమా మంజుల హాసమా ప్రతి మలుపులోన ఎదురుపడిన వన్నెల వనమా విరిసిన పించమా విరుల ప్రపంచమా ఎన్నెన్ని వన్నె చిన్నెలంటే ఎన్నగవసమా అరనాగాలే తగిలినా నారీడే తరిమినా ఉలకవా పలకవా భామా ఎంతో బతిమాలినా ఇంతే నా అంగన మదిని మీటు మధురమైన మనవిని వినుమా సామజవర గమన నేను చూసి ఆగగలనా మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So now you've all proved that there are so many musicians amongst you. So it doesn't matter what kind of music you're singing, okay? Whether it's film music, whether it's folk music, whether it's pop music, rock, EDMs, or classical music. Doesn't matter as long as there is music in you. So why do we want fine arts at all? Why do we want performing arts at all? What is the benefit of it? I'm not going into the cliche data of, if you learn music, your education is going to be better. I'm not going into all that. Because it's all data, which you can find if you just Google it. We don't want numbers here. But what is important? Why is it so important, and what is the benefit really? They say, yes, Sangeeta నేర్చుకుంటే చదువు బాగా వస్తుంది. This is what we have been hearing since we were kids. Why does it happen? So the basic thing that we really have to understand is that no matter what, we are all made up of so many emotions. That is an integral part of us. Emotion. Without emotion, have you seen anybody who has no emotion? Rarely, hardly anybody, right? So if there is somebody who doesn't show their emotions, what do we call them? We call them, he's like a stone, she's like a stone. There's no heart. Isn't that what we say about them? So all of us are made up of emotions. So the physical body, we take care of it with fitness and other things. We dress ourselves up and do all these things. And what do we do about these emotions? How do we take care of them? What addresses these emotions? That is where art comes in play. Art is what touches your sentiments, your emotions, your sensitivities, your sensibilities, and your imagination, your creativity. So whether you name it art or not, that is what is going to take care of your emotions. Whatever you do to address that part of you is art. Whatever you do. Somebody listens to music when they're depressed. Somebody goes out to watch nature. Somebody goes out to click some pictures. All this is art. There is art in sport. There is art in science. So when one transcends that, like when science transcends, it becomes art. When art transcends, it becomes science. So the best way to address your emotions is through art. That is why they're called fine arts. Your finer senses are taken care of. They are nurtured, they are nourished, nicely taken care of and cajoled and pampered like a baby. So that is what fine arts is for. So when you are in the heat and in the run of the mill everyday rush of the other things that you're doing, studying, exams, and whatnot. So a small slot dedicated for something like watching a movie or singing or dancing or taking pictures or painting. So this is like a fresh breath of air, like a small drizzle when there is heat, isn't it? Am I right? So what better than to have it in your curriculum itself? You are being blessed. You are blessed to have that as a part of your curriculum. So when you're done with your regular routine of studies, you have this minor subject that is being offered to you. I think it's a wonderful way of addressing your emotions, your emotional side. Your intellect is taken care of, your intelligence is taken care of, your physical part is taken care of, your emotional side is being taken care of in this manner. So the next part that we want to discuss is, what is music, by the way? It is an expression of sound, isn't it? So when you listen to the horn of a truck or an auto moving, do you feel that it's music? It is also a sound. Is that music? Is that music? No, it's noise, isn't it? So then how do you differentiate between sound as music and noise? How do you do that? I don't have to conduct a class for that, isn't it? You will instinctively tell me that, no, this is noise, this is music, isn't it? So that means we have the human mind, the human heart has the ability to distinguish between noise and music. So there is music within you. There is music within each one of you. You instinctively tap your foot when you listen to a nice beat, isn't it? Okay? So, fine arts, what is the need when all of you have music in you, when I'm saying that all of you have music in you, what is the need for having a special class for that? What is the need for having a department for that? So, I will talk about something called awareness of sound. We will talk about sound awareness now. What is sound awareness? What do you do when there is a big noise outside? You go and shut your window, isn't it? That's what you do. You close your door. Or your younger brother or sister is shouting. You just bang the door, slam the door and say, get out, isn't it? Likewise, when you hear a good song somewhere, you'll open your window or try to reach that place. Or you'll ask for an encore when somebody is singing, when you like a song. But what is sound awareness? We'll do a small experiment here, okay? So there is somebody who sang Samajavaragamana here, isn't it? So do you know what that song is made up of? No, isn't it? You just heard that song and you picked it and you sang it beautifully, isn't it? So you know the song, but are you aware of that song? Aware of the sounds in that song? You're not, right? It's not necessary also. It's not important. For a layman, it is not important to know what it is made up of. Like, for example, you're drinking water from a clay pot. In summers, it's cool, you'll drink from it. You don't want to know what it is made up of, clay, this, that. You don't need to know that, isn't it? You'll nicely enjoy the cool water. So on a day-to-day basis, you don't need to know what music is made up of. You don't need to know what a song is made up of. You'll just enjoy it. You like it, you listen to it. You don't like it, you'll dump it, isn't it? But when is a sound awareness important? It is important when you want to know more about it, when you want to create music. You know, if you want to be the creator, if you want to be actively involved in creating music, that is when you need sound awareness. Okay? When you are a passive listener, you are a passive performer, you don't need to do that. You don't need awareness. You are like an audience that you are sitting now and listening to what I am saying. But I don't want you to be passive listeners. I want you to be active interactors with me today. And we'll do a lot of that, like you all did now, the 4 of you. So we'll do a small experiment here. We all know that music is made up of notes, individual notes. I think you all know, because there is so much talk about swara, swaralu, saptaswaralu in so many songs, isn't it? You know? So, what are these saptaswaralu? What are these 7 notes? What is this jargon? So, like you travel from your home to this place, it is connected with small dots, isn't it? From, say, Sitamadara to another place, complex to this. So it is connected through a lot of dots, and finally you arrive here, Beach Road, then you come here, right? Likewise, music is made up of, like a song, for example, is made up of lot of dots. You know, those intermittent dots, these are the notes. And the pathway that connects them, the small embellishments, that path is known as the gamakas, the ornamentation, okay? So if you know about that, if you know how that is made, how these notes are connected, how an embellishment can be made, what happens when you don't know about that? Like when you people sang, sometimes you miss out on those finer nuances. Small thing will be lost. Why is Sid Sriram a very great singer, and why didn't you sing Samaja Varagamana? Why had Sid Sriram sung that? Isn't it? The reason is he has understood those nuances better than you. He knows how to connect the dots. Why is Panthula Rama is an accomplished singer now and not somebody else? Because I have understood how to connect those dots properly. I have sound awareness. So we will work a little on that sound awareness now. Recognition of a note is what is very important for music. So when we are talking about notes, we all know there is Sarigama Padanisa or Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Si in the Western form of Western classical or any music, Western music. The same notes are represented as Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. That's just information. So now, how do you recognize a note? So, can one of you please come up on the stage? Anybody? Maybe you? You sang that song. Yeah, we'll just do a little bit of experiment, a small experiment. Please join me. Yeah. Please tell me your name again. It was Vijay. Please come here. Yeah. Can we have, please get that mic. Yeah. And I also want somebody who has already learned music. Somebody? Yes, Divya, right? Yeah, Divya, please come here. Please come forward. Please join me. Come, yeah. So we have Vijay and Divya. I want another mic for Divya also. Please get one from there. Yeah. So Divya, you sang one song and Vijay sang one song, right?
Hello.
So now I want Divya to sing that, a little bit of that song, and can you tell me what notes it is made up of? Try. Come forward, please. This is going to be a very interesting experiment. No, just sing that. I'll help you with that. The one that you sang now. Oh yeah, whatever, anything. Yes. Is the mic working?
Hello.
No. Switch on, please.
It's working.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
నీ కళ్ళని పట్టుకు వదలనన్నవి చూడే నా కళ్ళు
Okay, stop there. So now if you consider that as your sa. Sa. Okay. So now you try to decode what notes it is made up of. Da la 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 la. Okay. That is it. Forget the lyric. Okay. So what are those notes? It's a simple formation. I'm just slowing it down so that you can decode it. Right? Perfect. Yes. Please do it in the mic.
Sa sa ni sa sa
Ni sa ga ni sa
ni sa
sa ga ni sa.
ni sa ga ni sa. Oh.
So how is she able to do that? Wow. Right? How is she able to do that? Isn't it fantastic that she is able to sing it in swaras? Huh? Okay, now you try something, okay? You have any knowledge of music apart from singing? Huh? Little bit.
I actually learned some music, but I couldn't continue more. But I'm still learning.
Okay, that's nice. So yeah, you pick a song and we'll try that with you.
Neeli neeli aakasam iddam.
Okay, we'll take a small bit only. Okay, we'll take a small bit. Otherwise, the big thing is going to become a problem again. So pick a sa there. Which is the sa? That is the tune, right? Sa, if that is the sa, okay. So can you decode that?
Neeli.
Sa,
I think the li is the sa.
huh? No. Okay, if you take ni as sa, neeli sa as sa, then what are the next? Sa, neeli, sa, ni, da, pa, da, ni, sa. Isn't it? Or ga, ri, sa, ni, sa, ri, ga. Both are possible. So what is happening here? How is he able to put it in notes? So that is sound awareness. You know what it is composed of, what it is made up of. Is that interesting or nothing to do with you? You are not bothered about it. Is that interesting? Yes. So you want to do that too, right? Some of you at least want to do that. Isn't it? Isn't it exciting to be able to decode that and know what it's made up of? Right? So for that you need a systematic learning system. For that you need to be made aware of what these notes are, how they connect each other, what is their journey. Okay? So now we have seen sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa. These are the notes. Notes can be of different types. All that we won't go into that. That's a big subject again. But sa ri ga ma pa. If you sing it plainly like this, or you could sa ri ga ma pa. You can do that, right? Or in the song that you sang, there are so many embellishments. Samajavaragamana. Can you sing that again for me?
నీ కళ్ళని పట్టుకు వదలనన్నవి చూడే నా కళ్ళు ఆ చూపులనల్లా తొక్కుకు వెళ్ళకు దయలేదా అసలు నీ కళ్ళకి కవలి కాస్తాయే కటుకల నా కళ్ళలు నువ్వు
You're doing that. It's not a plain note. Magasa. So there is a small embellishment there. Thank you. So there is a small embellishment there. I want to, make you understand things from where you are. I don't want you to just sing some classical composition. That's not what we are doing here. I want to take you to through the journey of music from where you are, from what you know. Okay? Likewise, when you sang Samaja Varagamana or any other song. And by the way, do you know there is an original Samaja Varagamana apart from this? Did you know that? So I'll just sing a bit of that Samaja Varagamana for you. Okay? Samaja Varagamana Sadhuhrut Sarasabjakala Kalatita Vikhyada Samaja Varagamana. So only a word from that song has been taken in this movie, and they did a fantastic job of that. Okay. So thank you. I think you can take your seats.
Thank you.
So to have that awareness of sound, to recognize that sound, now I'll just sing a small song, and ask one of you to recognize that note or repeat that same note. Okay. Ga. Can you repeat all together? Oh no, I'm listening to so many sounds together. Okay, try to match it again. Ga. So why is that happening? Why is not everybody singing in a single note? That is because each human being has an absolute pitch of their own. Okay, and it has a number too. You'll be surprised to know that. Okay, if my Shruti is 5, my absolute pitch is 5, G. Okay, his might be C, Divya's might be A or A sharp. They have this. So each of you will have your own Shruti, your own absolute pitch. What does that mean? I'm talking only about music today because I'm a musician. So there are different pitch, we call that the pitch, your Shruti, okay? So what is your pitch? How can you recognize that this is your pitch? There is something called an octave. The octave is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, and the same repeated above, okay? So when you can sing a complete range of those notes comfortably, a little down and a little high, because their songs are usually such a big range, isn't it? So if you are comfortably singing in one range, that is your Shruti. My Shruti will not match with you. That is why your people are singing in different Shrutis now. So to understand what your Shruti is, to know what your absolute pitch is, to know the perfect range in which you can sing, and what is the Shruti of your friend, all these need systematic learning. And then, one beautiful thing about these classical arts, I just really want to share with you people, or performing arts, or these fine arts. In music, we have seen so much of evolution, isn't it? Like, for example, one of your favorites, the EDMs. Be it Hardwell or anybody else. So I see that it is not so popular right now, isn't it? Like a few years ago. Is EDM as popular as it was a few years ago? No, right? Now what is popular is a mix and match of so many things. What is EDM? It is especially for dance. It is especially for partying. It is especially for that beat that you have, that drop and things like that, isn't it? But then why is it not popular any longer? It just went up and came down. Very short-lived, isn't it? And then there is pop, there is rock, there was hard metal, there is blues music. But what happened to all this? What is more popular now? There is a mix of everything. There is fusion music now. Fusion music is the most popular now because everybody is bored so easily of these things so soon that they want to mix something, they want to bring something from there. Even your food, you're not sticking to one cuisine, isn't it? You want to mix and match everything. You want a big thali of so many things. You want to try new things. One day is Chinese, one day is something else, North Indian, isn't it? So you're not satisfied with one thing. But at the end of the day, when you're really, tired and, after a long vacation or something, you come back home, what do you want to eat first? Aloo fry, right? Or rasam, sambar, or curd rice. Many of you. Nahi to roti dal. Hai ki nahi? Hai na? So that's your comfort food. So after you're done with all that, your basic, what you are, is that roti dal and that curd rice. It might not be fashionable to say my favorite food is roti dal. But now I see all celebrities saying roti dal is my favorite. Curd rice is my favorite, isn't it? So likewise, because they have stood the test of time. Likewise, classical arts, they have stood the test of time for centuries. Classical music, be it Carnatic music, Hindustani music, or Western classical music, it has stood the test of time. For centuries, these compositions, be it a Tyagaraja Kriti, or in the Western music, be it a symphony of Beethoven or Mozart, isn't it? You have that ad of Titan or Airtel? Titan? That Mozart music? Anybody can sing that for me? I'm not able to recollect suddenly. So that's Mozart's piece. I'll sing it for you when I remember it. So still now it is relevant. So that is what the word is relevant. It is relevant to this day after 3 centuries or 4 centuries, and it will be there forever. Likewise, Tyagaraja Kriti, it's forever. People are still singing them. In fact, they are finding new ways to how to put it in a film song, how to blend it with a nice movie song or nice other kinds of music. They're adding nice BGMs to it and incorporating it. Why? Because they like the sound of it, that music, isn't it? Yeah. So that is the relevance of classical arts. Okay? So now, as we were talking about the emotions, these fine arts, whether it is music or dance or any other, the performing arts like music, dance, theater, and fine arts like painting, sculpture, etc., we were saying they deal with our emotions. So music has that weapon, to depict any emotion. There is a song for every mood, isn't it? One of you please tell me a sad song. Sing it for me, please. I need somebody to hand over the mic quickly, to whoever is singing. Meanwhile, what I'll do is, I will sing 2 ragas. Raga is an absolute music. It's not without lyrics. Even without lyrics, you can depict sadness and happiness in music. I'll show you how it is done, okay? So, happy or sad first? Happy, okay? I'll do it in swaras, okay? Swaras are interesting, so we'll do that. Is it happy, cheerful? Now shall we do sad? Da pa ga re sa ni da sa re ga pa da pa. Sad? Okay? The same sad raga that I used is also used a morning raga. Why? Because you just wake up, then you don't want to do something very brisk. It's a raga called Bauli, which is used as a morning raga. So these emotions. So any question related to emotions that you want to ask me, how music is connected to emotions? Any one of you? Whoever wants to ask a question can raise a hand and you'll be given the mic. Let's do it fast because there is very little time.
Anybody has a question?
We have what is called Navarasas. Have you heard about that? So they say music has an ability to show all these rasas. In fact, composers have composed in all these emotions. Navarasas are nothing but the emotions that we have, all the different emotions. Anger, happiness, disgust, sadness, all these things. So we have a song, we have a raga, we have a musical journey for each of them. So do you want to, or any other question related to fine arts or music, anybody has, you can ask me. Looks like you are all pandits. Don't have any questions?
Ma'am, I have a question perhaps on their behalf.
Yes, please.
I guess many parents don't really encourage students, at least at this stage, to kind of divert into fine and performing arts. So if you have any idea as to how they can balance studies with their hobbies like fine and performing arts, I guess that could be a starter. I mean, this is
Yes. See, the problem is, perhaps for somebody like Divya who sang a song now, she could have easily become a musician instead of studying something else. Or Vijay, who sang so beautifully, he could have become a musician. But you wouldn't have that courage to become a musician only, isn't it? Or your parents wouldn't have agreed. It has to be a hobby, not a mainstream, isn't it? So, like sports, even sports is like that. Somebody is very good at badminton, somebody is very good at tennis. The parents are scared because there is no proper revenue model for them. So if more people come out and take up these as your regular curriculum, and you understand that there are big professions going on in those fields. Like I finished my schooling and then I got into medicine. I was at crossroads, medicine or music, because both of them are full-time careers. Like we have your Mr. BKD Prasad here. He has done both music and medicine. He's a very, very accomplished radiologist and also a very fluent and established and beautiful veena player. So he is a great example for all of you. But I know that he found little time to practice because medicine was taking a toll on him, time-wise, and physically also. So he had to choose between the two, which is main and which is not. So he could only give some time to music and give full time to medicine. Isn't that right, Mr. Prasad? Yes. So be courageous to choose something that you love. If it's fine arts, there are options, there are opportunities, there are avenues for any field now. There is a revenue model for each of them. We can create one if there are more people like you coming up and taking up these subjects. You can convince your parents, and it is the job of parents to understand that there is an opportunity there for them to take these fields as the main careers. So it doesn't have to be a minor subject. You can take it up as a full-time thing. And yes, if you're already taken up something else and are taking this up as a minor subject, then how do you balance them? Time planning, that's all. There are 24 hours in a day, and you can do so many things. How do you do that? See, there is something that you like to do, maybe like, watch a movie or, talk to a friend. You will find time for that, right? You will definitely find time for that. You're chatting, you will find 15 minutes will just go away like that. If you practice just for 15 minutes every day, I'm sure you will be a reasonably good musician. Because when there are exams, you won't practice. You won't learn music. That's what happens. Our parents said, no music for 10 days, only after your exams. But in those 10 days, you will still be chatting, you will still be doing something else, you will still be watching TV. So that 15 minutes, if you can dedicate for this. The mantra for any fine arts or any field for that matter is regularity. Do it for 5 minutes every day, do it for 10 minutes every day or 15 minutes every day, whatever time you get. That itself is enough. And when you finish your exams, then you can do it for any amount of time that you like to do. That is the only mantra. Okay? Any other questions from your side? I would love questions from the students, any of you who is taking up these as the minor subject. Yes, please. Mic for her, please.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good
Ma'am, it's a musical question. How do you exactly identify a raga or, in fact, a pitch? Like just now you said that Divya has A or A sharp.
Yes.
But how do you exactly find it? I always wondered.
How do you recognize
Exactly
a raga
fine.
or a note?
Yes.
Huh? Is that what
Yes,
you're saying?
yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
yeah. Yes. I'll answer your question after a brief break.
Yes, ma'am.
So, as a mark of gratitude for accepting our invitation at such a short notice, ma'am, I request our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Student Life, Professor Gautam Rao Garu, to present a small token of appreciation on our behalf. Sir, please.
Can we all put our hands together?
Thank you so much, sir. And ma'am, you can answer the question.
Yes. So that is where systematic learning comes into place. You are taught how to recognize that raga because you need to understand what a note is. You need to recognize what notes a raga is made up of, what it is made up of. Like I was saying, when you're drinking water from a clay pot, you don't know what it is made up or how it is made up of. If you want to know that, you need to learn pottery, isn't it? You need to know how much water you have to mix in it, how much heat you have to put into it, or how many iterations you need in the wheel. All that you need to know in pottery. Likewise, if you want to recognize a note and know how they are connected and what a raga is made up of, you will need to learn systematically. I could do a small demonstration with somebody who has learned a little bit of music, maybe Samanvita here. I will sing a few notes, and then I'll ask her what her shruti is, what her absolute pitch is, because she's already learned music a little bit. So what is your shruti? Please come here.
G sharp.
G sharp, okay. Because her guru, her teacher has told her it is G sharp. That is what happens first. Because in that, she can traverse a few octaves, like up and down. She can do high. That is what a Shruti is. You should be able to sing a proper range. Okay, now I will ask her like G sharp. I have an app in my phone which is known as Tambura in Telugu, it is a drone actually. So you must be listening to this sound in many of the movie songs also. See, this is G sharp now. Okay. Now here in G sharp, so this is the foundation. This is the base for whatever she sings. And this happens in Indian music. In Western music, you will recognize each note separately. You will have to go into intricacies. We don't have time to explain that now. Maybe in some other session later on. So here, I will ask her to recognize a few notes. Sa, what note is that? Pa. Perfect. Okay. Ga. So how is she doing that? It's not very difficult. It is not rocket science. Okay. What happens here is an octave is separated into a few parts, like from sa to sa, sa. Okay. It is separated into different steps. Sa, ri, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. So sa to pa is one. If you say take sa to pa as one slot, sa, pa, this is a slot. So somewhere in between there will be ga. Ga, when I say in between this sound range, it is in between this range. Can you recognize that? Can you differentiate between that? It is slightly less than pa, ga. Okay? Likewise, re, it is just very close to sa. Sa, re, slightly higher than sa. So it is only the placement of notes. You go higher or you are coming down. You should understand whether it is higher or lower. So once you know the bass sounds, you can take them as reference and recognize the others. Okay? Your ear is tuned slowly. And then you know how to connect them. That is how ragas are built. Okay? Was that a little more easier than what it was before? Yeah. Now when you listen to a song, you can try that. You can try to find out one sound, and from there, with that reference, try to find out what the other notes are. We could do a complete session on that one day. Okay? I hope I have answered your question. Any more questions? Maybe we can take one more question finally, right? Finally, one question. Thank you, Samanvita. Yeah. Yes, please, somebody.
Hello?
Yes.
Ma'am, I know nothing about music, but I have a song request.
Pardon?
Song request.
Song request, okay.
Pancharatna Krutayis nunchi Dudukogalananne from Mangalamapalli Barlamolli Krishna garu.
Malli, can you say that?
Dudukogalananne.
Dudukogala. You want me to sing that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Have you learned music?
No, nothing, ma'am. I just
you like
have
that?
interest.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, I'll sing a line of that. So this song that he has requested is one of a set of songs called the Pancharatnas, or the 5 gems. These are the 5 gems that Tyagaraja has composed. Okay? So we'll continue with this same Shruti. Dudukugala nanne dora koduku brochura ento dudukugala nanne dora koduku brochura ento dudukugala nanne dora Shri Vanita Hritkumudabja Manasa Gochara Dudukugala Nanne Dora కొడుకు బ్రోచురా ఎంతో దుడుకు గల నన్నే దోర కొడుకు బ్రోచురా. Thank you.
Madam.
Thank you.
Madam, one more request.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you please sing Ehi Annapurne of Muthuswami Dikshita?
Oh no, that's going to be a very big song now. So
One line is enough, ma'am.
Okay. Ehi Annapurne. This is a raga called Puna Gabarani, and it is like you must have heard this popular tune in movies. Have you heard that? When any snake song comes, they'll play this inevitably, isn't it? So that composer has such a brilliant imagination that he has made such a big song in that, and it's not so frivolous also. It's a very intense, in-depth, very deep, very enigmatic song that Muthuswami Dikshita has composed. You know? Okay, so we have so many other gems like this. I am sure in dance forms also we have so much to unearth, so much to learn, so many interesting things. Don't think that classical arts are unapproachable. They are not. Okay? It is very easy to learn them if you really have a good teacher and if you can understand the nuances properly. So don't be scared of classical music. There is so much fun in classical music. Isn't it, Mr. BKD? So there are a lot of fun things that we can do in classical music. We have had a lot of fun all these years. So please do take up these arts and, enrich your lives. Okay? All the best to you. Thank you.
A big round of applause to ma'am. It was indeed a blessing and a privilege to all of us to be a part of this session today, to listen to her sing directly like this. So thank you, ma'am, for introducing us to the nuances of performing arts and music and giving an insight into sound awareness. It was awesome to hear you sing Samajavara Gamana in the classical note and also have our students sing the latest Samajavara Gamana. So I am sure everyone present here today loved hearing you and are motivated enough to pick up a minor from the fine and performing arts that are being offered across all the 3 campuses at Geetham. Thank you for being here, students. And last but not the least, I extend my heartful gratitude to the officers of Geetham for enabling this fruitful and a very, very enriching session. Thank you one and all, and thank you so much, ma'am.